A gatehouse, in architectural terminology, is a building enclosing or accompanying a gateway for a castle, manor house, fort, town, or similar buildings of importance. There are numerous surviving examples in France, Austria, and Germany. History. Gatehouses made their first appearance in the early antiquity when it became necessary to protect the main entrance to a castle or town. Over time, they evolved into very complicated structures with many lines of defense. Strongly fortified gatehouses would normally include a drawbridge, one or more portcullises, machicolations, arrow loops, and possibly even murder holes where stones would be dropped on attackers. In some castles, the gatehouse was so strongly fortified it took on the function of a keep, sometimes referred to as a gatekeep. In the late Middle Ages, some of these arrow loops might have been converted into gun loops, or gun ports. Urban defences would sometimes incorporate gatehouses such as Mono Bridge in Monmouth. York has 4 important gatehouses, known as bars, in its city walls, including the Mick-legged Bar. The French term for gatehouse is logis porch. This could be a large, complex structure that served both as a gateway and lodging, or it could have been composed of a gateway through an enclosing wall. A very large gatehouse might be called a châtelet, small castle. At the end of the Middle Ages, many gatehouses in England and France were converted into beautiful, grand entrance structures to manor houses or estates. Many of them became a separate feature, freestanding or attached to the manor or mansion only by an enclosing wall. By this time the gatehouse had lost its defensive purpose and had become more of a monumental structure designed to harmonize with the manor or mansion. In the Dravidian architecture of South India, very tall gopuram gatehouses, usually 4, dominate large Hindu temple complexes. They are the main entrance to the castle, in this case. England. Bargate, in Hampshire, is a medieval gatehouse in the city centre of Southampton, England. Constructed in 1180 as part of the Southampton town walls. Item Moat, in Kent, has an imposing 13th and 14th century gatehouse. Durham Castle, in Durham, has an 11th century gatehouse that is now used as accommodation for students attending University College, Durham. Layer Marney Tower, the apotheosis of the Tudor gatehouse. Stokes Ii Castle, a 13th century fortified manor house in Shropshire, has a Jacobean half-timbered gatehouse. Stanway House, Stanway, Gloucestershire, where the gatehouse measures 44 feet by 22 feet and has 3 stories. Westwood House, Worcestershire, which has a frontage of 54 feet with 2 stories. Burton Agnes Hall, East Riding of Yorkshire, which has 3 stories and is flanked by great octagonal towers at the angles. Hilton Castle, Hilton, Sunderland, although it is an actual castle, it is styled in the shape of a classical gatehouse. This is due to the castle being built for comfort as opposed to a castle for defense. France. Chateau de Chateaubriant, 2 gatehouses, 13th and 14th century, one for the lower bailey, one for the upper ward. Chateau de Ceccinio, a large 15th century gatehouse in the logis port style, Morbihan, Brittany. Chateau de Tréquesson, a simple 14th century gatehouse on a moated manor house in Morbihan, Brittany. See French Wikipedia page, Chateau de Tréquesson. Chateau de Vitry, a large 15th century châtelet or gatehouse in Ille-et-Vilaine, Brittany. See French Wikipedia page, Chateau de Vitry. United States. La Trobe Gate, a Greek Revival and Italianate gatehouse built in 1806, Washington, D.C. Lorraine Park Cemetery Gate Lodge, a Queen Anne-style stone and frame building constructed in 1884, Woodlawn, Baltimore County, Maryland.
Please subscribe and thanks for watching.